What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Wide World of Reselling. Bit of a slow start there. I had to screen share the intro because Robbie's done us a favor and gave us a new intro. So thanks to Robbie for that. But welcome back, boys, and we've got Uncle Wayno with us again tonight. Welcome back. What's been happening?
Yeah, not a lot this week. I've been sick, obviously. Well, not obviously, but I mentioned it last week, and I had to spray off my big fat mouth last Sunday and say that I was pushing through it, and then of course the next day I woke up and I was completely miserable, wasn't I? So I've just been battling it this week. I haven't done a lot. I've done some listings, but not many.
You've been letting us know in the chat, and you've had a rough week. So it's a pleasure having you here, and I'm glad you've come up for it. We apologise if there's some coughing going on, but Wayno's stepped up to the plate and he's ready to go. So thanks for joining us. And those that haven't met Wayno before, which I don't know how you possibly haven't, but I have dropped his link in the description. There's the top one right there. So make sure you head over and give him a sub. Watch some videos and leave some comments on there as well. So you're in the top league there, Wayne. So we'll hopefully get a few more over there as well. Flipper, what's happening, mate? Good to see you again. Looking fresh this week. Hopefully no glitches on either of our ends this week after last week's episode.
Good to be back, mate. Good to be back. Good to have Wayno back. Good to see you again, brother. I think you're now classed as a veteran. I think you've been here a few times. So always a pleasure to have you on, mate. And Robbie, you haven't seen him for God knows how many months, but he's still running the show on the admin side of things, doing all the graphic design and doing all that. So we appreciate our Mr. Hollywood. Go and sub to him as well if you haven't found Robbie, because hopefully we'll get him back on here one day just for a little special episode.
We definitely love having Robbie on, and I have kept his link in the description for those that haven't found Rob's channel as well. Obviously, our boy, the Aussie VHS Thrifter, is always helping us out. So make sure you head over and give him a check out as well. Link in the description to not only Wayne, Brad is there as well, and our boy Drew, who couldn't be with us tonight. Wayno's froze, but hold on a sec. He's back again. He's done the double take.
Yeah, I had to refresh the page. It just shit itself. So
I had two versions of you on my screen. So it was a bit of interesting, bit of inception here. We've got a bunch of people joining us already. 32 in the chat. Thanks everyone for being here and for being patient. We did have some slight tech issues on my end getting started, but we're back. We've got a bunch of people in the chat. I might throw to a couple of you boys along the way, but we've got Disgruntled Octopus, Jazzy keeping us safe. This one's always good for Brad. He loves saying this one, so we'll leave that one for him.
Thrifting no style. I don't know how the music goes. I just get those 80s vibes.
Yeah, whenever I see that, I just feel like, when you got up that little bit early for like a Rage or like the kids programs, Cheese TV, and those old thrifting Oz style dancing things were on. And what are you going to do? You're going to watch it, right? The Hub's in the house. What's up, Daniel? Good to see you. Always glad to have you here. Thrifty Pixies. She's actually sent me a sale of the week already, so I'm not sure if she's going to join us in an Audi later on. But when we do the sale of the week, we will drop the link in the chat if anyone would like to come join us for a couple minutes and do, what their best sale of the week is. Explain what you sold or a bolo. So let us know as well. We've got Blake. We've got Books Along with Stuff. So that name's changed, hasn't it? It was books and stuff.
Books and stuff.
Chris in the house. What's up, buddy? Hope you're doing well. Oz Riley. Adam, as an American in Australia. I'm not sure which country I'd rather be in at the moment. Finally remembered to watch at 8. Hello all. Good to see you. Who else we got? We got Bowden. What were you going to say, Flip?
I was just saying get 8 to Pete.
And now here's one for you, Brad. Here's one for you. That's got to be the best name getting around as well. We got Hassan and we got Petey B. So I think you have a bit of a shout out to him later on, Flip. So we'll get to that.
I do.
We've got Sam in the house and we've got Mum. So when Mum's here, we know it's a real show and things can get rolling. So it's good to have Mum in the house. So boys, how's the week been on eBay? It's been a little bit up and down for us. What about you guys? We'll start with Flip and then head down to Uncle Wayno.
Yeah, the old eBay roller coaster. It's been a good roller coaster, though. It hasn't been a bad one. because the highs have been really high. Like I've had a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday was wicked. Very happy with those. I've hit the $1,000. Come in 3 times this week, so not complaining with that. Always love a 1K day, or at least 1K day. So that was really good. Thursday, a little sort of mini dog shit, but it was also resolved really fast.
Good.
I had a item not received case opened, and as per usual, sales plummeted. So I'm going from $1,000 a day, and then by the end of that day, I was at $300. So there was a massive drop off. And this case was open. So I had a look at the tracking, and the item's not there yet. But it had been months, like 3 months or something. So it was like, God knows where it is. So I just contacted eBay chat and just said, what do I do? Like, it's obviously I've got to chase this up with Ozpost. He basically said to me, it was out of the 90-day system. And he said, it's not your worry anymore, and he cancelled it. So they've put that back on the buyer. So I said, what happens if he leaves a negative? Because I was actually really surprised. Customer service was 100% the best it's ever been. I've never had a situation that good. Like, he removed it straight away. I don't know why. But anyway, he did. And then, as sure as shit, the sales sort of picked up again. So then it hit the Thursday, Friday was a bit, sketchy. So that was kind of the bottom part of the roller coaster. Mm-hmm. Then yesterday, we just hit as high as almost we've ever been. And then today's been really, really slow. And we're just talking before we come on here. The last 2 hours have taken off, so we're back up the tracks. So it's all over the joint, but it's been good all over the joint.
I feel like you might have got a newbie at eBay, and they may not have their job anymore after that interaction, I'd say.
Yeah, I was pretty blown away by it. It was it was out of that 3 month sort of thing, and he just said it's not your problem. So.
And they can't leave a negative after 3 months anyway, can they?
I'm not sure what. Yeah, I don't know.
No, they can, because I've had it happen and I had it removed. But I think they can, because I reckon that happened to me once before. But I messaged them and I said, look, we'll I'm going to still help them try and find this parcel. I'm going to chase it up through Ozpost for them, because I'm running a business, so I'm not just going to fucking brush it under the carpet, am I? That's bad service if you're doing something like this. So I'm still actually going to chase it up and try and help them out as best as I can. But eBay have basically said, they closed the case and they just brushed on the carpet. So I was, really blown away by that, because usually I've had people open cases like that a few days later and they won't close it until it gets there. But he basically said, I've done what I have to do. The tracking states that it's in their country. It's just they don't know where the fuck it is.
Can you send me a link to that guy? I've got a couple I'd like to talk to him about.
His name was Deep Pan. Deep Pan, his name was. So if you get Deep Pan, you're not in deep shit.
You're on for gold. You're on for gold. I just saw Mel drop in. Good to see you, Mel. Hope everything's going well. What about you, Wayno? You're saying that you've sort of had to shift around your schedule a little bit because of the old sickness. But how's the old eBay roller coaster been for you?
It's been pretty good. Like, I haven't been able to do much this week, but I've still tried to just sort of keep eBay off my back, So I managed to when I could feel the illness coming on, I did a whole bunch of DVD drafts. So I had a couple days there where I didn't have to do anything anyway. And then throughout the week, I sort of just did a few DVD listings here and there. They take stuff all time to do. So I just pushed through it as hard as I could. And then there was a couple of days where I just did ending and sell similar. And my sales haven't dropped off at all. So I was pretty happy. I've sort of managed to get around it a little bit, keeping eBay happy. So, my sales have been really good, except for one day. There was just one random day where I think I sold like 6 things or something, just cheap stuff too. So just didn't really do much. But apart from that, it's been really good. I had a item not received as well. It was like $10, and it had only been 3 weeks, and I just refunded the guy. It's going to turn up. It's just delayed because of COVID. But I just refunded him because it does affect your account big time. So for that $10, it's not worth me worrying about.
Yeah.
So, and then I just messaged him and said, look, mate, things are delayed at the moment because of COVID, all that, blah, blah, blah. And I said to him, when it turns up, let me know.
Swing me a tenner.
Yeah,
good luck with that. I think the old item not received case is going to be an ongoing dilemma for the next few months. I reckon we've had 3 or 4 over the last 2 weeks, like we've said in a couple of our videos, and we only just had 2 of them resolved and one's still on the way to Tasmania. I don't know what it's doing, but maybe it's trying to swim there. I'm not real sure, but I think it's been about 5 weeks and the buyer's not real happy about it. And I, like you, kind of want to refund it, but it's a $50, $60 item where I'm kind of like, that's a little bit too much for me to just go off the back. But Jazz is saying, I found the INR affected us on the day it opened and the day it ticked over. The time allowed to respond in between was okay. Yeah. So because eBay are like pending them for 5 days now, if you contact them and say like tracking's happening, they'll pend the request for 5 days. But as soon as that 5 days is over, you need to contact them again, so they penned it another 5 days. And we had 1 day in between where we thought we were covered and we didn't, and we had a really bad day that day. So, I don't know. Not much you can do about it, hey?
I find that if I refund them straight away, it does not affect my account at all.
Yeah.
And I don't have tracking on my items, so I don't really have a leg to stand on, really. So if it's a $10 or $15 DVD or whatever, which it always is, it's never one of the expensive ones. I just refund them straight away. You've got the option of paying tracking for a large letter. It costs you an extra $2.50 or whatever per disc. I'm sending 100 of them a week. So by not paying the tracking, I'm saving $250, and then I might lose $10 once every month or something by refunding something. So I just sort of do it that way. If someone has a sook to me, I'll give them their $10 back and whatever, move on.
Yeah, that's it. And sometimes you cut your losses like that. Aussie Hustler saying eBay has a 30-day policy. If you refund the buyer, then the item arrives, eBay will give you your money back. I did read something about that, but it seemed like it was only certain regions that were getting covered. And I don't think SA was one of them because we weren't COVID affected as such. So that's interesting. I'll have to go back and read that again to see if that does cover us. Let's hope freight doesn't get back to 12 months or so ago. We had a Canada EMS shipped watching tracking and then said onboard vessel sea cargo 4 months later. Well, it did swim there almost. It went by the ocean. Mel's saying I opened 2 cases on sellers I bought from who sent me fake tracking and my sales dropped even then. And I was the buyer in that situation. Wow, that's interesting. I've never heard it go that way, but I suppose not many buyers or sellers either. Oh, we've covered up half of Wayno's head there. I had a buyer this week say they didn't receive their item. Tracking said it was delivered. eBay favored in my favor. They opened a case with their bank and were denied too. It was a $20 item. People will try anything, just to screw you over.
I've had a few good customers where they've contacted me and just said, wondering what's happening. It's been 3 weeks. And I just, it's pretty much a copy and paste email now, just explaining what's going on, and then they come back. Oh yeah, that's all good. Thanks for letting me know. I'll wait. I'll let you know when it arrives or whatever. Yeah. So it's almost like they just need some comfort.
I get it from a buyer perspective. If I was waiting for something for 4 to 6 weeks, I'd be getting pretty frustrated as well. But it's how you deal with those situations, right? If you reach out to a seller and they're like communicating with you, they're probably not likely to be trying to screw you over, right? They're in the same situation you are, and we're all in it together. Unfortunately, especially as sellers on eBay, we don't have any control over Oz Post. So I know a lot of people have been using Sendle lately and have been getting decent results, which works for those people in major cities, but regional places like Brad, you can't even use Sendle. So interesting times indeed. It'd be interesting to hear from the chat what everyone's longest parcel delay has been over the last couple of months, because I think our most now is about 5.5 weeks to Tasmania, and I could have literally bought a plane ticket, flew over there, delivered it, and got back with weeks to spare. So
I got a doozy for you, actually. This is from like 15 years ago. I sent a a large letter to someone. I think it was sent overseas. I'm not sure. It might have even been sent in Australia. I can't remember. 18 months later, I got this parcel back as a return to sender. It had stamps all over it. The letter was all in tatters and stuff. It had stamps all over it from like 5 different countries, and I got it back as a return to sender. The buyer never contacted me to find out what happened to it. I don't know how it happened or what happened, but it was literally 18 months. I couldn't believe it. That was like bloody donkeys years ago.
That's crazy. Pete's asking who got the cha-ching. Is that you, Wayne? Oh, it was Brad.
My phone's off.
Yeah, I think Brad's
sneaky little jacket.
I think Brad's trying to show off tonight. He's got his sound on, just getting those sounds
on.
through.
Sounds on. Smells in.
Jacket
it was actually a jacket. That offends jacket that I picked up with the Ozzy Osbourne in the back of it. I don't know if you remember that. It was in one of my videos. But I also sold today the Osbourne's DVDs. So please don't tell me Ozzy Osbourne passed away today, because then I'll be very upset. But there's a bit of an Ozzy Osbourne theme going on in my store in the last hour. So that's a worry.
You might have to check that on the back end of the stream just to see it. That is interesting.
I can guarantee
I think he
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I think he's probably the only one in the world that's probably immune to COVID because of all the shit he's taken in his life. Surely COVID's not going to go anywhere near that. It would implode. I can't issue sandal labels via eBay. Last month they had $5 all shipping labels Auswide, and I couldn't generate a sandal label. Yeah. It'd be nice for another company like Sandal to actually service all parts of Australia. Obviously, there are sort of road companies that do that, but yeah, interesting. Someone was saying 25 days, Nowra to Victoria. Now, I don't really know where Nowra is, but I'm assuming it's not that far away. 25 days. All right, well, let's get into sale of the week. Now, what I will do is I will drop the link in the description. If anyone would like to jump on for a quick chat and share their sale of the week, feel free. No buttholes need to apply. Thank you very much. Make sure you have your camera on and we can see your name as well. Otherwise, we won't be able to let you in. But while we're waiting, we will share some of the sales that the boys have brought for the week. Give me a second and I'll try and pick one out. I think this one's yours, Brad. And I think you owe a bit of a shout out to Pete, I think, on this one.
Yeah, so Pete is a legend. I've met a few really, really good people through this reselling journey that's always looking out for me, and Pete is right up the top of the list. I quite often get, and I know, Wayno, you've spoken to Pete before too. He's done the same for you. I get the odd message here and there off Pete, and he'll say, quick, I've put this on hold for you, go and get it, or this is a really good deal, go and check it out. Absolute Champion done that for me the other day and said we've got a dual combo there for $60. So sent her a message and the missus picked it up for me. So it took me a couple of days to actually list it, but it was only listed for about a day or two. And, yeah, $250 from the $60 purchase. So Pete doesn't live too far from me. I haven't actually physically met Pete yet, but we will when COVID gets out of here. I'll be scooting down and hopefully go for a bit of a thrift with Pete. There he is, Champion. He's got even prettier hair than me.
He actually looks like he might also be related to Wayno, I reckon. He's
I'm everyone's own.
Yeah, that's awesome. And
yeah, I'll eventually do a bit of a thrift with Pete, and hopefully we'll get him on video as well. So and it'll be my shout for frothies that day, that's for sure. So Champion of a bloke, I appreciate you, Pete. He's hooked me up with a few good things now, so I owe him big time. But yeah,
beautiful. That's an awesome one. We've got a taker in the green room, so we'll go to the guest, and then we'll go to Uncle Wayno after that. We've got Bowden back from Falls Creek Clips. What is up, man? It's good to see you again. It's becoming a regular on the show, much like Wayno.
Oh,
hey, bud.
8 o'clock on Sunday is a good time to be out here, isn't it?
Beautiful, love it. How's the week been?
Can we just butt in here? Can we have a beard off? Can we vote in the chat the best beard down below me here? There are two.
Bowden's got many covers.
The two best beards getting around in the community at the minute. I'm going to have to leave Robbie Hollywood out of that one.
Sorry, mate, that's what Wayno's got.
I've got the straggly
Wayno's got the wisdom, I reckon, and then Bowden's got the shape. He's got the shape down.
Yeah, it's all right. This is because it's all leaving up here, so it's coming down here. That's what's happening there.
Maybe I should give that a bit of a crack too, I reckon. We've got
all right.
Wayno.
My thing for this week, guys. Yeah. So 2 things. I bought myself a new toy this week. $30 off Facebook Marketplace.
There you go. Oh, it's the laser gun. Woo.
Laser scanner. So if you can pick one of these up, if you're selling DVDs, Blu-rays, video games, speeds everything up so much. Just scan the UPC on the back when you're listing, all pops up. So easy, so much help. So I've been batching it this weekend because my wife's been away with her girlfriend, and so I've been using that for all my listing. And no joke, it's sped things up. But my sale of the week is I sold 4 hats to one guy, and this is the hat here. So you kind of go, the Big Bash League wasn't happening in 2010, and it wasn't. But there's a 47 brand there. And if anyone knows sporting brands, 47 is out of Boston. And inside the hat, you'll see the sample.
Oh.
And the sample tag there.
Wow.
So I got 11 sample hats from 47 in an op shop up on the Southern Highlands. One of them had Alphonse de Palma name in it, who is the product designer for 47. So I messaged him on LinkedIn and he confirmed for me. I'll just show you up here. So he confirmed for me that all of these are legitimately items that he developed for the NRL that didn't go to manufacturing, and they are like 2 to 3 maximum. Some of them were only 1 ever made. Wow. So that's gone out the door with 3 other hats for $110.
Got to be happy with that. That's pretty unique as well to find that sort of sample, and collectors would be all over that because they're never going to get them, right? It's a one-off. No. So that's very
why
cool.
The Manly ones are sitting up in my collection.
Well, you paid for, the other ones with the sales, so you got to keep one, right? I mean,
yeah.
That's how collections happen.
That's how I tell my wife that I've got to keep one of everything,
Oh, seems fair to me. That's awesome, man. Well,
awesome,
we'll definitely be keeping an eye out for them. I don't think we'll find too many around, but thanks for sharing those sales. That's awesome. And thanks for joining us again on Wide World of Reselling. Always welcome here, man. And always good to see you on a Sunday.
Thanks for having me, boys.
All right. Catch you later, man.
Yeah. I'll keep watching and keep listening.
Beautiful. All right. Thanks, Bowden. Absolute legend popping in on the stream like normal. It's great to have all these faces dropping in. Now I'm going to find Wayno's sale while we see if anyone else decides to drop in on this Sunday. 1 second, Wayno. Got to get you up here. And I think it's that one. Maybe. That looks about right. There we go. Give us a little bit of a rundown of this bad boy and the story behind it, because you told us this in the chat. So you have to let us know how you actually came across it.
I found this on Friday. I was crook as a dog, and I got up Friday morning and I, just lying on the couch all week, it just got to me, and I'm like, I'm just going to push through this. I'm going to go to the tip. So I went to the tip, and there was bugger all there. So I thought, it was a town over, so I thought I might as well stop at a couple of uppies while I'm there. And I stopped at one, and I thought, stuff this, I'm going home. I feel like shit. So I was driving back, and I thought, I was umming and ahhing whether I stop at my favourite oppie in Traralgon. And in the end, I forced myself to do it, and I walked in, and this was sitting right in front of me, right at the front of the store for $20. And I just picked it up straight away. I knew exactly what it was. I didn't need to comp it or anything. This is the remake from the 90s. So the original series goes for about $70, something like that. And this one, this goes for about $150. I put it up for $150, and it sold within would have been within 24 hours. It got an offer of $127.50, and I think I sent an offer actually for $140. Guy started watching it, sent an offer of $140, and he counted for that. And I said, yeah, sure. It's 24 hours, and I made $100. So I pushed myself to do it, and I'm so glad I did. I also found it was killer. I found Super Mario Brothers on the Wii, a couple other Wii games, and I found like two $50 DVDs. They were all $2 each. So it was like, yeah, that's totally worth it.
It just shows that like it is worth like going to that extra one. Hey, and often we've been like, all right, we'll just miss this one time, and we're like, no, we better stop. And then you find like $100, $150 item in there, and it just makes you think, how many times will I drive past something that's worth stopping and picking up? So that's insane, man.
I was really looking for just some quick DVDs to list, just to sort of keep my listings going. Because I couldn't do much work because I was just feeling crap. So pretty much the only reason I sort of forced myself to do it. And I'll just show you quickly, actually, too. Where did I put it? It actually is a box set, come in the box. But I listed it without the box because it's hard. It's got glare all over it. You can see it's all tattered and shit.
Yeah.
And it's got sticky tape all around the back of it and stuff. So the discs, the covers, and the discs are like brand new, but the box was stuffed. So quite often, if I get sets like this and the box is stuffed, I just list it without it. Probably actually going to get more money without the box.
Yeah, that like tatted out, it kind of makes people think it's not like in good condition, but you know the inside was good. So that's a hot tip. Awesome. We have another taker in the green room. Joining us once again is Chris. What's up, Chris? Good to see you.
What's going on, folks? Yeah, I'm all right. Can't complain.
Always good to see you on a Sunday. We're getting a lot of the same crew through, which is awesome. We get a little bit of a mini update every week. So it's awesome to see you, mate. See a little Pokemon in the background there, just chilling.
Oh, yeah. I got all the celebrations finally. They're all here.
Oh, beautiful.
Another live break this week, actually.
That's a lovely set. I actually got my Umbreon and my Charizard the other day, so I've got the set now. I'm pretty happy with that. What's your sale of the week or bolo of the week, Chris?
Yeah, so I've actually chucked it into the private chat if you guys want to share it, but I can talk through it. I actually didn't realize this, but I mean, and you knew this, a few others didn't, but I had a big box of electronics, which actually turns out one of those things that you have in a def pile that you forget that you had, and it actually turned out pretty good because it was, I guess, a bit of a lot of electronics which were good for a rainy day. So I had like a couple of Xboxes in there, a Kinect, and a few other things like some computer pieces, and sold an Xbox 360 with a bag, cables. Didn't have any controllers, but I was able to test it and it worked, and sold it for, I think it was $70. But the thing is, it only cost me around $1.26 because it was from a bulk lot from way back.
Wow.
And I actually had forgotten about it when I was doing some sorting. So I'm like, it actually worked out because, you know, I thought I had sold all my bolo items, especially being in lockdown, but to find this and then to be able to list it with a couple of other things, which I'll mention in tomorrow's video, it actually, added quite a bit more to the store for this week. So you got to make sure you look for your def piles, guys, because there's probably a gem or two in there.
That's awesome. That's a great little addition to the listing. And you've sort of been, you know, like you've been in lockdown for quite a while now, and you've sort of been listing a lot of the books and DVDs and stuff, and having that like juicy carrot there sitting there kind of makes things a little bit more enjoyable, doesn't it?
It sure does. It's funny. Today I actually got about 5 boxes of books, but it didn't cost me anything. Someone just throwing away, even though I'm just listing books. That in itself is more exciting because I don't know what's in there. So like it's like the only thing close to a thrift. And there wasn't really much in there. A couple of maybe $20, $30, $40 books, but you know, probably out of 150 books, there's probably 25 that will be bolos. But that's just it. You know, I need something that's worth more than $10 or $20 because it's a bit more exciting to list.
That's it.
And you'll be able to get out again this week, Chris. Lockdown's finished.
So lockdown finishes, but retail's not open. Oh,
really?
Yeah, it's not. I'm thinking, this is great, but it's like the only thing that opens is you can leave home for no reason, except the only thing
just
that opened.
The shop was closed.
Was the hairdressers really?
Just knock on the door.
So we don't open retail till the 26th, I believe it is. So still in 2 weeks.
Hopefully you can get out and maybe do some more hard rubbish pickups or something to more Facebook deals or something like that. Hopefully a few of those pop up. Yeah, well, thanks for jumping on again and sharing that little bolo. Obviously, love the video gaming stuff, and I know you're a big fan yourself. So, always a good one to sell. And hopefully, you do get to go out a little bit this week and find maybe some Facebook deals. And keep an eye on the channel for your next thrifting video, and obviously the updates like you usually do. So, thanks for joining us, Chris. It's always good to have you. See you, man.
See you, man.
I do have one of mine, and then I also have one from Cara, because I don't think she wants to join us in her audio again for some reason. I'm going to get rid of this first and then go like this. So I just want to share this brand. I don't even know how to say it, to be honest. I think it's Moscheri. It's like an Italian pair of business shoes. Now, obviously, this person bought 2 pairs of them, but $90 each. So keep your eye out for that brand, and I'll show you the actual tag so you can keep an eye on it. This is only one that we learnt like literally 2 weeks ago, so I don't know what I've done here. I'll get rid of that one, and I'll bring up this one. So you're looking for that little logo in there. It's I don't know if I can zoom in on that. Morescelli, made in Italy. So if you ever see that in a pair of shoes, you're probably going to do a right out of it. So very happy with that one. And to the same buyer, so saved us a bit on post. If anyone else has any bolos or sales of the week, drop them in the chat. I did see a couple drop up. Sold some action figures again this week. Yeah, Scotty does sell a few action figures here and there, I've heard, on the grapevine. Sam's just turned a store back on this week after 6 weeks off, so any sale is a good sale. Absolutely. Did 40 listings while watching Netflix. Need to get more stuff now. Love the platform. Love that problem. Yeah, definitely. When you run out of stock, it's a good thing and a bad thing. I feel worse than last week. I napped this afternoon and didn't know what year it was. I will show Cara's if I.
Welcome to my world, Cara. I do that every day.
I'm going to share Cara's, and I'll share the story as well, because she did a bamboozle much like she's done a few times now. So this one here is a maid-worn Guns N' Roses. Guns N' Roses isn't the title. T-shirt. Now, this isn't actually vintage. It's like made to look vintage. And I actually had this in my basket at Savers, and I was like, I don't know about this. I couldn't find any comps. I was like, I'm going to put it back on the rack. And Cara's like, I've kind of heard about this before. So she grabbed it and sold it for $189 plus post. So she's done the old Prada and stolen it off the rack, but I did put it back. So she did very well out of that one. $189 from $12. So if you see Maid Worn, you might want to give it a second look, because I just thought it was like a crappy reprint that probably wasn't worth a lot of money, but apparently they're pretty exclusive. So keep an eye out for that. Absolute ripper. Sold a couple of bolos this week, which is nice. Pair of Christian Dior Sunnies for $149 plus post. Vintage RM Williams for $200. Oh, and it was actually $299, not $12. So that must have been the location, not the I see. Division of cost of goods. Fair enough. Awesome. Coolio Holden HQ radio sold for $240. Found in a crate in my shed at my grandparents who have just moved state. That's a nice cost of goods. Free. Flipped an iPod Shuffle, new and sealed, bought for $30, sold for $180. That's insane. Jazz was saying I tried to comp it and found nothing. Looked at their website and Google and blew my mind. Yeah, it was hard to comp. Cara is so smart. Definitely. Want to do a Savers run Friday morning. I think Captain's trying to get in on the Friday Savers action. We've given away too much of our secret. So some awesome sales there, and thanks everyone for jumping in and sharing those as well. It's always good to see what everyone else is selling. If you haven't dropped it in yet, feel free to drop it in. That's for sure. A few more people jumping in.
And if you've never been on YouTube before, but you want to, you're more than welcome. It's not just exclusive to people that make content. Anyone can come on, as long as it's your face and not your asshole. We don't want to see any bare bums on the screen.
It'd be good to see some fresh faces pop up.
100%.
put some faces to some names. I'm sort of new to this game, so I don't know a lot of the. I'm getting to know everyone, but yeah, it'd be cool to see a few new faces jump up. So don't be scared.
Absolutely.
That's it. And yeah, once you've done it once, it becomes a little bit addictive. So, apparently, Daniel's going to go on a Thursday just to cut the Friday out of the equation and get it nice and quick. So it is fun, and obviously Saves is a huge store, and they're always restocking. So it's interesting because you see them reeling out racks, and you kind of like peeking at the rack to see if there's anything good you can nick off there before they put it out. But I've gone around Savers once, and then by the time I've gone back around again, there's been new stuff on the rack, and I picked something else up. So it's an interesting store to frequent. Down, I was going to put my hand up. You're more than welcome.
Get on and come and plug your channel because we know you're putting out a video soon. Come and plug it.
I'll drop the link in the chat again if anyone wants to jump in. Well, you can also share a dog shit if you want. We can add that into the mix if that's what you would prefer. But I'll drop that in now. So if anyone else would like to jump in, you're more than welcome. Either give us your sale a week or your dog shit, because we're going to head straight into dog shit. There he is, old boy, squeezing one out for dog shit, getting it ready. And you got to do the old, you got to do this one as well, just to give the guest a better, experience. Drop the old dog shit on the head, and I think the beard adds to that situation. It's a little bit of like fur in it. It's just, it's been cleaning itself and get extra hair fluffing around. So let us know in the chat if you've had a dog shit. If you'd like to join, please jump in. I've also seen some shirt 5 weeks in a row at Savers. Yeah, that's very true. We sneak the new racks, but very nicely and not rude to the works. Yeah, this is true. Not tonight in my PJs. We had someone on here last week with an Audi, so I mean, yeah, it's we're pretty relaxed here on Sunday, so you're more than welcome. But let's get into dog shit, boys. We'll start with you, Flip. You did mention a little minor dog shit earlier, but do you have anything else to share with us this week?
Yeah, no, that was pretty much the extent of it. Pretty good, really, I think. Dog shit free.
Dog shit free.
Not eBay related. We've actually got an infestation here at the moment of bees. Eli copped his first bee sting the other day. I thought it was a one-off, so got a little bit panicky when he got whacked by the bee. But then Kate was out there today, and they are everywhere. So that's a bit of dog shit. I was blown away by how many bees were out there. They were everywhere, so I've got to get onto that. But eBay-wise is pretty good week. Pretty good week.
I have a story about bees very similar to that, actually. Like literally a week ago, I was sitting in the lounge room listening, and I heard this like buzzing sound, and I thought it was a motorbike. That's how loud it was. And then it just kept going, and it was like really like faint. And I looked outside, and it was literally a swarm of bees like flying down our street. And they flew over our house, and I was like, looked outside, and the shed was open. I was like, guaranteed they're going to settle in the shed. They're obviously looking for a new like home. And I was like, man, if they get into that shed, we are screwed because all our stock's in there. Imagine just going in there and bees stinging the absolute shit out of you, because there was literally thousands. Like I could not see like across the road without seeing like black dots just like all in the air. It was insane. So I thought it might be the apocalypse, but now you've said it's happened too, Brad. Maybe there's some sort of thing going on there that we're not aware of. That's odd.
They might be a protest, mate. They might be protesting the virus, maybe. I don't know.
That maybe they've had enough of lockdown. They decide to stick their nose in it. Hope you legend. I am Aussie Matty. Hope you legends are having a cracking night. # Green Death. Thank you very much.
He doesn't like VB. He doesn't like VB.
Get you on TV. Did anyone catch the Auction Professor video on Q4 update? Full update, massive problems over there. I have not caught that one yet. Wayno, dog shit. That Q4 update sounds like a bit of dog shit, but what any dog shit for you?
Well, there's always plenty of dog shit floating around, isn't there? I've had a few buyers. I've had one buyer that I was telling you guys before we went on. I've had one buyer that's bought 7 things off me. He sent me a whole bunch of offers, saying he was going to pay straight away and all this. So that was all old stock. So I accepted all the offers, and it was 5 days ago and he hasn't paid. But I've got a really shitty dog shit. if that makes sense. It's eBay. It's eBay Plus. I opted out of eBay Plus. You guys know about this because we talked about it. Opted out of eBay Plus a couple of weeks ago because, like, I send most of my packages as untracked letters that cost me $2.20 or $3.30, depending on the weight. And I started getting these. I didn't even know I was qualified for eBay Plus, and I'm selling a $10 DVD, and then eBay giving me $2.50 to go towards Express, and I'm expected to send it Express, which costs $12.30 because you can't send letters Express, large letters Express anymore. So it has to go as a parcel, which is $12.30. It's actually cost me more money to send it to the person, but and then. So I emailed them, you can opt out of it, and I emailed them, you can opt out under 15, and I said to them, I want to opt out completely. And it took them a couple of weeks to get back to me, and I questioned them. I said, how can you expect me to pay this, like to pay for the shipping? Like, you're only giving me $2.50. The other thing they said when they replied was, if you sell a $10 item, they'll give you $2.50, and then they still charge you fees based on a $15 sale. So anything you sell under $15, they'll charge you fees based on it being a $15 sale, which is a joke. They're charging fees on money that doesn't exist. But yeah, they told me their excuse was it only costs $2.50 extra to send Express with Sendle. And I do not have Sendle anywhere near me, so I can't use Sendle. So it's really my store took a hit when I opted out. I mean, I was only getting one eBay Plus sale every 5-6 days, something like that. So, but my store took a way bigger hit than that. Like, they obviously punished me for opting out. They did opt me out of the whole eBay Plus, not just under 15. But it probably took only a week, and my store picked back up again. But yeah, it was just frustrating, like, with their excuses of having to use Sendle, and I mean, it just doesn't. A lot of what they've said just doesn't make sense. So,
no, it doesn't. And I don't feel like they don't really take that in consideration. They just blanket everything, and they're like, "Oh, this works for the people in cities," but they don't consider that, there's all these other people that don't live in cities that don't have access to these services, let alone can afford to manage that outside of those services, and it just doesn't really sit very well for sellers to have to deal with that. So, yeah,
I've noticed recently when I've been comping DVDs, because most DVD sellers sell, send untracked letters and that.
Yeah.
I've noticed, so to qualify for eBay Plus, you need free postage, which we all do for the untracked letters for the cheaper items. I've noticed a lot of sellers have got 5 cents postage on their list. It's just to avoid the eBay Plus.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's just, and it just looks silly, like when you're browsing on eBay, it's got 5 cents postage.
5 cent postage. I wish you could send things for 5 cent postage. That'd be nice. Pretty handy. We got some bee experts in the chat, so thanks for that. We've got Sam saying it's swarming season. I start my beekeeper's course next month. That's pretty cool. Daniel's saying I got stung in the eye after taking off my suit, checking the hives last weekend. You got to see the photos. I couldn't open my eye the next day. Whew. And Jazz is saying she's still got 5 BVs in the fridge for your Judder next time you come past.
You beauty. As soon as those borders open, I'm coming back.
We had to get a beekeeper a couple of years ago. I just one morning walked out in my front yard, and it's just a massive nest of bees. Like, there would have been thousands of them. It's sort of only that big, but it's thousands of them in there. They burrowed into the ground, and I'd get a beekeeper. I'm allergic to bees, so I sort of stood at my doorway when he came over, and he's standing there, and I'm standing there explaining to him how I'm allergic to him and stuff. And one of them lands on my arm, and he goes, "Don't brush it off! Don't brush it off!" And straight away, I've just gone like that, and it started to sting me. He told me that they don't sting you straight away. They start to put their stinger in, because obviously they die if they sting you.
Yeah.
They start to put their stinger in, and it starts to release a little bit, and then they can let go or whatever. So it just did that. So I ended up with a big welt on my arm, which was lucky.
Yeah, you're very lucky. Very lucky. That's crazy. We had when we're in Alice Springs, our barbecue, we obviously hadn't used it for a while, turned into a beehive. So we opened up the barbecue and there was like literally a hive sitting on the hot plate. So we had like someone come and remove the bees, but we got to keep all the honey, which was pretty awesome. So we're happy with that. Happy with that. Definitely pretty crazy. How's the 14-year-old Jamie, the everyday flipper on the Gold Coast? Yeah, I saw that video. That's crazy. I wish I started when I was 14. That would be good on him. That's insane. Doing really well as well. So awesome to see. Mel's saying she would never do eBay Plus, and I can understand that in the category that she does a lot in. We do eBay Plus on some of our stuff because obviously higher ASP, we can afford to sort of incorporate that in with free postage, and they do charge express, so that buyer will pay $4. Well, no, eBay pay $4 towards the express postage, so it does kind of cover it. But everyone has a different model. Everyone does things differently, and there's no right way.
I think eBay Plus is great if you're sending parcels. eBay Plus is great. If they're going to give me $4 to send my parcel express, I'd rather send it express, and it's only going to cost me $4 extra anyway. So I'd be happy with that. But sending untracked letters just does not work for me at all. I found it really frustrating that they basically forced it upon me.
Yeah, that's crazy. Apparently, they have considered it, and the areas outside of the sendable offer shouldn't apparently show this eBay Plus option. Maybe push back on them a little if you have time.
Yeah, I'll still getting them, unfortunately.
Yeah. Megan's in the house. Thanks for jumping in, Megan. It's fine you're late. I do have got a couple of your items over my shoulder here that got delivered from Megan the other day, so thank you very much. Appreciate that. Dog shit for us. Obviously, item not received cases and Oz Post has been a bit of a bugbear for the last 2 weeks, but not much we can do about that at this stage. And we have 9 unpaid items as of right now, so that's kind of a bit of dog shit as well, because I think there's like $600-700 worth of stuff sitting there that needs to be paid for, and if that came through, that makes a big difference to your weekend. But I don't think some of them are going to get paid for, unfortunately. So we'll see what happens. Otherwise, we'll just give a little bit of a run around. So we've got about 13 minutes to go. If anyone in the chat has any more dog shits, I'll try and pick them up. Hassan's dropped one. Not exactly dog shit, just refunded an item not received untracked letter from a month ago. Turns out I didn't even send it. That's a self-inflicted dog shit, that one. That's when you haven't picked up the dog turd and then you've gone back 2 minutes later and stepped in it. That's what you've done there. That's close.
That actually reminds me. I actually nearly did have a dog shit. Like I did have a sort of really minor dog shit. Friday morning I packed all my parcels, right, and I had a tracked envelope. And I'd made a sale after I'd packed everything, all the parcels, and I was filling out this tracked envelope. And I checked the sale that I made.
I know where this is
going. I think you beauty. It was like I sold a Nintendo 64 game or something, $60, $70. I thought, you ripper. So anyway, filled out the envelope. I went and checked out a couple of the oppies, come home, and then I thought it's admin day for me, Friday. So I just checked the eBay app, thought I'll see if I've made any sales, and it still had the untracked letter, this DVD that I sold, available. Now, this person actually sent me in the message, when they send you a message when they buy it, they put their address in the message, and I thought, here we go, it's going to be one of these ones where they want a different address, but it wasn't. It was the address on their account. So they've specifically given me their address a second time when I didn't need it. Then I'm thinking, hang on, I've put the tracking number on here. Why is that not there? So then, luckily, I still had it stuck to the desk. So I thought, I'll bang it in now. Bang it in, and it says it's already used on another item, which was the item that I sold that morning. So I've taken all my stuff to the post office, and it's going to the wrong address. It was like a $30 DVD or something. So I'm trying to ring the post office. I tried 12 times to ring them, and it was engaged the whole time. So I'm going to have to swing back down there and try and get it. It was literally on the truck when I got there. She's actually, they've just loaded the stuff on. She said they've done all the parcels and everything. And they've put the tub, they had like a little tub of all the untracked and tracked letters all went together or something. And she's had to fish it out of there for me. So I managed to put a sticker over it and change it. So just scraped away from a dog shit. I forgot all about that one, but it was a pain in the ass because it wasted however many minutes of my day. But luckily, it didn't get sent out, and I had a lot of stuffing around to do. Probably would have just had to refund and take the hit.
Wow.
But anyway.
That's a quality story, that one.
Yeah,
said-
that's just self-inflicted dog shit. It was very early in the morning, and I've written the wrong address.
Wow. Well, at least you got
I had a guy bought a DVD, Life, the David Attenborough Life DVD, BBC Earth or whatever, and I sent him the bloody Blu-ray version of it. So he was awesome. I messaged him. I realised the next day, and I messaged him. I said, "Mate, I've sent you the bloody Blu-ray. I'll send you the DVD, but it was they're both worth $10. So I said to him, "I'll send you the DVD. Don't worry about the Blu-ray. Whatever, you can keep it." He's like, "Do you want me to send it back?" And I said, "You can chuck return to sender on it if you want." And he's like, "Yeah, no worries." So he messaged me a few days later. He said, "I've returned it to you." So I haven't got it yet.
Yeah.
Just a dumb mistake. So
easy enough done when you're selling that sort of product, isn't it? Dog shit here is eBay process customers having bought a few items a few seconds later, a cancellation request. They bought something in their basket, ours was in there and as well, and checked all out. Yeah, there's always those little glitches on eBay or those things that they don't think about, and then it happens, and then you got to try and fix it. So it's an interesting game, the old eBay. We've got about 9 minutes left, so we might do a quick run around of what's coming up on the channel. Now, Brad, there was an interesting new character in your videos this week, and a return of Ellie, which was very funny for all of us that have been following along. But for those that haven't seen the video, tell us a little bit about Aaron, I suppose, and maybe what's going to be coming up this week on the channel.
Yeah, Aaron was a new little character. As anyone that's been watching my videos knows, I like bringing little characters into my story and my journey. I suppose Aaron was a little bit maybe me. Probably 3 years ago, I suppose, someone pretty eager to get into the reselling game and, watching all the YouTubers and being a bit of a fanboy. So, yeah, he's there. I don't know. He might feature again at some point. We'll see what happens. But there's a few people that didn't like Aaron, actually, this week. Aaron was a hit. Yeah, there was a few people were actually a little bit offended. So that wasn't the intent of Aaron. I apologise for that. But it was just all for a bit of fun. So, they made a return. So we'll get them back. But this week, I think I'll probably tame it down a bit again this week. I'll settle down. And probably I'm going to go with the 2 videos again, I think. I managed to scrape out 2 last week. I'll do probably 1 tomorrow. So it'll be probably coming up tomorrow night. It'll be a very simplistic one. I put on the sold video last week. I did a what sold of a previous thrift ride-along. And I just said on that, do people want to see kind of more regular sales, what I'm doing? So I thought I'll do this week, my top, 5 or 10 sales or something for the week. I've still got to unbox that Masters of the Universe stuff. So I might just do a little bit of a kicking about at home vlog style. Very tame, no game shows, none of that stuff. No me dressed up as a woman, nothing like that. So very tame.
That's what I come for, mate.
And then I'll probably just get out a thrift video this week. I am planning on doing a Halloween special, so I will be doing a bit of a Halloween video. So I'm going to get a bit creepy, not the usual.
More than normal.
Yeah, we'll get a bit creepy, but that might be next week. And you might even get to see a bit of Uncle Wayno in that one.
I do enjoy a bit of Uncle Wayno in the videos. I just saw Zach drop in, so good to see you, mate. I hope everything's going well for you. No worries, you're late. We appreciate you dropping in and saying hi. Uncle Wayno, obviously you've been sick for a week and a half now, so not much chance to get much out, but you got any plans to try and get on the horse this week and chuck something out if you can?
Yeah, hopefully I might go to Sale again. I've been doing really well up at Sale. The op shops up there are just really good. All the ones around here, I think I sent you guys a video of some Wildlife Australia jumper in the bloody Salvos here in Traralgon, and it was $35. Just a garbage jumper. It's $35. My town's just shocking for it. So, but Sale, the Salvos and the Vinnies in Sale are amazing. Like their prices are really good. So. I might do a trip up there, and I had a couple of videos I've been planning to make for ages, but because I've been sick, I haven't done them. So just sort of like how to post DVDs. Everyone's done it, but I still get asked all the time how to do it. So I was thinking of doing like more of like a comprehensive sort of, this is how all the different ways you can do it, YouTube's kind of thing. What's best for you? How to comp DVDs. There's a couple of other ones. I don't know if I'll do them all in one video or not, but just sort of, I don't know. I get asked the same questions all the time, so I thought it'd be good. A good thing to do, just chuck a video out
100%.
about
we all do things like slightly differently and all have like slightly different viewer bases. So it doesn't matter if someone has done a similar video, because you're going to present it in a different way and share tips that that we don't, or someone else doesn't know. So I think it's all worthwhile. And obviously you sell a lot of DVDs and Blu-rays, so you're the man that's going to explain it the best, I think. So definitely get onto that. As I said before the show, links are in the description for both Brad and Uncle Wayno. So if you somehow haven't found these guys, you can head over there, give them a sub, and check them out. It's definitely great content coming out on both channels. And Brad, obviously, you get a mixture of characters, and Uncle Wayno, you get a bit of rock and a bit of an intro at the start there, and then you don't know what's going to happen after that. So it's always worth a watch.
Even I don't know what's going to happen after that.
Hassan saying, one for you guys. A guy put his brand new PS5 for sale for $900 on Facebook, along with proof of purchase for $500. The old flip game, on those PS5s. I know that a lot of people got into that. Good luck to them. And for us this week, we filmed a picking video this morning. So our sales from Friday and Saturday, with a little bit of light entertainment as per usual. And then Friday will be the weekly video. So we went out sourcing again on Friday, found some wicked gear, and we'll see what happens during the week and try and film some of that. So as I said, make sure you head over to all the channels. They are in the description. And thanks everyone that came along today and joined in on the chat. We'll try and make sure we drop the link probably ongoing now, so that more people can get involved. As we said before, don't feel like if you haven't had a YouTube channel or an Instagram account, you're more than welcome to come on. It's all about trying to learn new things and share the love. So appreciate Uncle Wayno joining us tonight. Unfortunately, Drew was unwell, so he couldn't join us. But thanks for stepping up to the plate nice and late, Wayno. Really appreciate it. And I'm sure we will have you back on again.
Pleasure.
As always. And we will be back same place, same time. Who knows what faces will be here, but we'll be having some fun on a Sunday night. So thanks for joining us, everyone, and have a great week. And I hope your sales are booming.
All right.